Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we are on board with another race here in the helr series. You might have just been thinking, what the hell happened there? Let's get a replay. Skullpain jumps the start. His teammate Atonji follows him. Both of the McLarens jumping the start. Incredible. And then Sheps and Atonji and Skullpain all going off. Sheps spinning. What a start to the race. After all that, Skullpain gets ahead of his teammate. On board with Wagon here to watch the chaos from the start. Looks like he was kind of rolling as well. Oh, a little bit of contact there with Kevinator, and Kevinator, look, watching it from Kevinator now, you can see the jump start great there. Gets a bit of wheel spin, cuts across onto Wagon. Might have been a bit of net code there, but he's just spun around. I'm not 100% sure what actually happened there. Kevinator back underway. Viper, as always, silent but deadly. Watches Sheps goes off, nearly goes off himself, keeps to the track, in third place. William in first, Magic in second, Viper in third. What a start to the race. On board with Sheps, he's looking to get his race back underway after that start, and just barrels straight through Atonji. Let's get a replay. Watching that again. Bang! Not quite sure what happened there, but Atonji with some damage. Sheps almost stuck in the gravel, and he's underway. Skullpain coming into the pits to serve his drive-through penalty. Another great start to the race for his teammate Atonji, likewise coming into the pits for his drive-through penalty. Sheps, his day is just getting better and better. Bit of a spin. Looks to wait for Skullpain to get past and gets his race back underway. Oh, there's the wall. We're now watching Kevinator behind Sheps. Can't get slowed in time and has a big incident with the barrier. Spinning back onto the field. Oh, Atonji does well to dodge him. Atonji coming back into the pits. The incident with Sheps and that wall left him with some suspension damage and massive vibrations in the tyre, which unfortunately did not go away in the race, and he had to deal with massive vibration even on changed tyres for the rest of the race. But that doesn't stop his stupidity from not taking over, that's for sure. Unfortunate for Atonji, back. Sheps looking to make it up to fourth place now, right behind Skullpain, and he's killed another McLaren. Skullpain crashed onto the gravel by Sheps. Let's get an action replay of that. Watching it from this angle. Bang! I don't think Sheps thought that Skullpain would be braking that early. But Sheps isn't a rocket ship, and this McLaren sucks. And that is another incident for Sheps in this race, of him taking out another McLaren. We're on board with William. He has had an incredible race so far. A 14-second gap already, and he's coming up on Sheps and Skullpain, lapping them. This guy has been the pinnacle of speed in these past 3 race weekends, and this is just incredible. Already lapping cars on the 12th lap. Coming up on Skullpain, and Skullpain lets him through. We're watching this from Sheps' view now, because he could be a little bit cheeky and get Skullpain. But he shows some sportsmanship and lets Skullpain stay ahead, looking to make the move on paper without crashing into anyone. Good on him. Sheps in the same place. He nearly killed Skullpain a couple laps ago. Looks to make another move. Down the inside, that is a courageous move. Leaving the room. Skullpain in the mirrors. Sheps gets the move done. Up into fourth place now. We're watching Viper now in third place. He's having a quiet race by himself, but he is driving great. It just goes a bit too wide. Can't quite tell what happened there. Maybe a bit too much speed, a bit too wide. This track was very hard to drive. Different conditions than the practice. But a pretty stylish spin, if I do say so myself. And Viper is back underway. Still in third place. A great drive from him so far. We're watching Sheps now in fourth place. Touches the curb. Goes wide onto the grass. He's now in the gravel. Skullpain. Where is he? And he's going into the pits. And that is just a cut across the track. Sheps into the pits from 5th position. We're on board with William, who is 20 seconds ahead of Magic Mass in second place. Looks to have had a bit of a rough lap the lap before. Maybe a bit of damage on his car, and he comes into the pits. From the lead of the race, he should be behind Magic Mass after this pit stop, but Magic still has to pit. So far, a great race from fresh out of the pits. William is now 12 seconds behind Magic. He has Skull Pain in front of him. Skull Pain moves to the side. And William goes a bit wide. Fresh tyres. He is underway. 20 laps in and he is 11 seconds behind. But has a pit stop in hand over Magic. We're on board with Kevinator, who's had a bit of a lonely race, but he's about to find a friend. That's got to be a hard in the mouth moment. Wagon there. Had a little bit of an incident and Kevinator nearly collects him, but great work from him to avoid any collision with them. We're watching Sheps now. He is caught back up to Skull Pain. His pace is incredible. Whoa, how did he save that one? He just grinded on the curb to save the car from the barrier. Oh, incredible racing from Sheps. He was showing incredible pace. Good racecraft there. Bit of a grind. Didn't know he rode skateboards like that. Great move. He's looking to get back up into 4th place. On board with Skull Pain in 4th place. Coming into the pits now. Let's see how he does the pit. Half cut. Doesn't hit the wall. That's one of the best ones we've seen so far. Great pit entry from Skull Pain there. Drops down to 5th position. Shepso finally gets back into 4th place, looking to get his race back underway. We're on board with Kevinator, coming up to his favourite corner, and it is once again proving why it's his favourite corner. He's saying hello to the Marshal. The Marshal is unhappy, crosses his arms. Kevinator, you've upset a fan. Unlucky for Kevinator here, who does come back into the pits, waits for the car to go past. Good racing from him. But Kevinator really struggling with that corner. Bit of damage on the car now as well. Really unfortunate. We're now on board with Viper in 3rd position. He told me to watch this. Oh my god, that could have nearly been a very bad crash. Let's get an action replay on that. Viper coming up to the corner, doesn't even see Wagon. He's taking his line. I don't know how he avoids him. Whoa, that is incredible reaction time from Viper there. Because that car naturally just wants to go to that curve. So how he avoided him there is incredible. Great car control from Viper in 3rd place. The Silent Assassin on for a podium. Great driving. We're just back on board with Sheps. We've got to watch him showing off again. Losing the car a little bit. Just grinds the curve again. Why not? I don't know how he's surviving. There's some car pieces on the road. It's been a very unfortunate day for Sheps. Without his incidents, could be up there fighting for the win with this incredible pace. And this showing off right in the curbs. Like a skateboarder. Incredible stuff. We're on board with William, lap 25. He is now under a second from Magic Mass in the lead of this race. Magic still has to pit. The lead is all but Williams. He just needs to be patient and drive a good race. What an incredible showing from William again. This Williams, and I'm not talking about the car, I'm talking about William. What a drive from him. The pace he has is absolutely incredible. And his dominance is even more incredible. Great racing. Let's see if he can get the move on Magic. We're on board with Kevinator. You can't really see him, he's a bit in the reflection. But Wagon is there, Tonji ahead of him. They're unlapping themselves. Wagon, oh! Kevinator right into the back of Wagon and Wagon just disappears. Let's get a replay. Watching it from this view, we're looking at Kevinator. Wagon's there, looks like Wagon has more pace on the straight, comes across. Oh my goodness, what the hell just happens to Wagon? Alright, we're watching from Wagon now. He's in front of Kevinator. Gets hit. He's underneath the map. Is now upside down. His car is upside down. He's trying to flip the car. He doesn't have a reset button, it doesn't look like. Can he get the car reset? We're now watching a Tonji who's trying to help free Wagon. Clarts him. Here comes a Tonji. Hits him. Wagon is now flying. We're watching from Wagon's point of view now. What the heck? I'm at a loss for... He's sideways. What? And then Wagon retires so he doesn't affect anyone else's race. Really nice driver there, Wagon. Really unfortunate. Sheps, who was struggling with his tyres a little bit, comes back into the pits. Completely misses it, smashes into the wall. Another great pit entry from Sheps. He is the master of pit entries. Magic from second place finally comes into the pits. Let's see how he does the pit entry. Very respectfully. That is actually the best we've seen today. Great job from Magic. Not only is our championship leader, but he is our championship leader in getting into the pits cleanly. He should still hold on to second place here, Magic. Great drive from him to even keep up with William in that rocket ship. Viper from third place now comes into the pits. Ooh, that was just as good if not better than Magic's. Another great pit entry from Viper there. Third place, the Silent Assassin. Another great race from him. In the pit. The two championship leaders separated by a full lap and half a second. No, but these two drivers, what an incredible season from them so far. Magic so close to the championship. Sheps pushing him all the way. And Sheps with a little bit more pace, maybe looking to unlap himself here. Great driving from these two throughout the whole series. We're on board with Sheps here, right behind Magic, but he comes into the pits again. I think this is his third pit stop, and it's another great one, into the wall again. We're on board here with William, on the last lap. He's bringing it home. Magic 6 seconds behind. Great drive from Magic to actually put up a fight as well as he did. But William just on another level, celebrating. William grounds first place. The championship leader. Another incredible drive, another podium. Magic Mass, second place. The Silent Assassin, another podium, another great drive. Viper, third place. Second place in the championship, another great drive. Sheps comes home in fourth place. Skull Pain, never a dull race. Another drive-through penalty for him today. Comes home fifth place. Mr. Revenator, a bit of a lonely race, bit unfortunate, but sixth place for him tonight. Atonji from Dumb and Dumber comes home seventh place, with Wagon coming eighth. Alright guys, now I've got a little bit of a surprise. It might be the greatest segment I've ever run on this channel, and it is the dynamic duo, Wagon and Atonji, and their incredible race. It's just, let's just watch and you'll understand. And have a good afternoon and enjoy this show. Starting off nice and easy, we've got Wagon, a little bit of a spin, a little bit on the road, a little bit off the road, a little bit on the road, and underway. A little bit of curb. Did someone call a lawnmower? Wagon's here to help. I would have spun, to be fair, so he's done very well to hold on. Coming up, too much speed, spins the car around. He's very courteous though. Lets Skullpain go past and gets back underway. On board again. I think Wagon's missed a spot and he's coming back to collect it. I think he's definitely got it this time. Not spinning again. Like, I just find that impressive that he doesn't spin there. Did somebody order a spin? I actually don't know how he lost the car there. The car just gave out on him. One corner later, on the same lap, the car just doesn't want to turn. And what's that? What's he doing? He's not even taking a photo of that. Fire that camera. Now I heard the gravel was actually talking trash, and the Wagon comes to collect. No more talking trash. The customer complained, so Wagon's had to come and mow the lawn again. We're coming up on a Tonji, just having a crash. Wagon going nice and slow. Tonji says, yeah, go past mate, I've got damage. Wagon gets underway. Oh, struggling with the car a little. And there it is, the spin. And Atonji goes past. We're on board again. It appears that Atonji has gone off again. Wagon goes around, onto the grass, onto the curb, spins around. That might have been Atonji's fault there. Onto the gravel. Wagon having a tough time getting an overtake done on Atonji. What is this curse? Wagon getting lapped, coming into the pits, Atonji in front, carrying too much speed. They both just cut the corner and both hit the thing with Atonji losing his wing. Oh, that's incredible. On board with Wagon, he gets past Atonji after the pit stop, onto the grass, hits the barrier, hits there. Atonji comes flying through, nearly hits Wagon as well. What the hell is actually going on? They both somehow end up not hitting each other, but still crashing. Oh, look at that picture, that's incredible. But with Wagon again, he's lost Atonji a little bit, trying to slow the car down. I'm not actually sure what happens here. It's like it chucked it in neutral. And we're back underway. Same lap. Wagon slowing down. The car won't slow or turn. And the barrier has another greeting. And Kevinator has followed Wagon there. A lap later, back on board with Wagon. The curb, the grass, the tyre, and another spin. A pretty cool one. Flips himself back around, spins the car around, trying to get back underway now. There's another car coming. Wagon, being the nice man that he is, waits for him to go and gets back underway. This same corner, that same grass, and it's another spin. Man, these are stylish. Look at all that smoke that it produces. Goes back onto the service road. Waits to see if a car's coming. Gets underway. And we're back underway. This same lap, trying to get the car to turn. It just won't. A little bit more lawn mowing. Some more lawn mowing. Struggling with the car. And there's another wall. Man, this car is a nightmare to control. Viper getting a jump scare. Woo. Everything is happening. We're watching how he does the pit entry. Very slow this time. Well done from him. Kevinator's in the pits. I think we're about to see Atonji as well. Just after the pit stop, we see Kevinator and Atonji there. Wagon goes in just to sit in front of Atonji, wag his car a little, and they all get underway. Kevinator going first, and then Wagon and Atonji. We're with Wagon, with a bit more pace than Kevinator, makes the overtake, unlaps himself, trying to get the car to slow and turn, but it just won't. The car really does not like that corner. A little bit scary there, but Atonji goes through. Kevinator is back in front of Wagon as well. Couple of laps later, we're back with Wagon, eyeing another move on Kevinator. Going through, has the pace, gets the move done, goes onto the racing line, boom! He's underneath the map. He's now upside down. It gets better. This is 5 times speed of him just being upside down. We're going to wait for the reset, and he's still stuck. Skull Pain going past. You're about to see him get collected. This is 5 times speed, and you can see he's just stuck. Bang! He's flying, and he's back in the pits, DNF'd. But let's watch that again. You can see it from here. The car just won't move. Atonji coming through, trying to hit him out of it. Flying in the air. Flying in the air. And now he's on his side. And that is unfortunately the end of Wagon's night due to that glitch. Now it's time for Atonji's POV. We're on board with Atonji from the start, and it's cursed from the beginning. His teammate jumps the start, and so does he. That would be a drive-through for him. Let's just watch the race start. It's always interesting. Can't get the car to turn, and that's the gravel. Nearly hits Cheps as well. Has to avoid Sheps as he spins, nearly spins himself, and his teammate gets in front of him. To tip off another great start for Atonji, he gets collected by Sheps and he's spun around. This caused massive vibrations and suspension damage that couldn't be fixed with a pit stop and made it very fun on the straights with massive rattling and wheel shakes. Definitely just not excuses, and I definitely just didn't suck last night, but anyway, in for his first pit stop, actually makes an effort to make the corner there, and this is his first pit stop / drive-through penalty. Coming in for the pit stop to try to fix the tyres and the vibrations, doesn't make the corner very well, and that's a wall. He does not fix his suspension damage or his vibrations in his wheel, but first pit stop, official pit stop, second pit stop in total. Now we're going to watch his first actual crash, all from his own lack of skill, and he just spins the car out. Maybe too much revs there, definitely too much revs now. He's in the wrong gear, second gear there, trying to get the car and just hitting lots of walls now. Trying to limp back to the pits to get this damage repaired. Too much speed, and that is a wall and a wing left behind. Into the pits for the third time now. It's only lap 6. What an incredible ratio. Actually makes an effort to make the corner this time. Third pit stop for Atonji. 2 laps down already. Right, I know what you're thinking. You're looking at the laps. It's been 5 laps. No crashes. What's going on? Well, I have you. A little bit of lawn mowing to top it off as well. I think that was William Grounds going past. After that crash, more damage. Coming into the pits for a 4th time. Too much speed. Bang! That is a corner cut, and I believe this gave me a penalty. Yippee! 4th time in the pits for Atonji. A little bit of a gap between crashes for Atonji, but I believe we're about to have another one. Trying to get the car slowed, and it just won't turn. Try to correct it. Nothing's working. Get the car turned. And that's the wall. 4 laps without a crash is just too much for Atonji tonight. We're staying on board with Atonji to see his curse in full action, as Wagon, who just overtakes him after Atonji crashes, spins himself. To make up for the lack of crashing in those other 4 laps, Atonji decides he's just going to come into that corner with way too much speed, not brake enough, and hit the tyre barriers just a little bit. Stays out of the way to be overtaken and nearly spins again. They say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, hoping for a different result, and Atonji just doesn't brake enough and hopes that it will work out, and actually just smashes into the wall and nearly spins again. He might be insane. On board still, because his curse goes into full effect and Wagon has an incredible drift. I don't know how I missed this, but just after that, Atonji nearly spins himself, somehow saving it. The curse of Atonji well and truly is in effect. Nearly losing it there as well. What is going on? Following these crashes, Atonji is back in the pits. I've lost count, but I'm pretty sure this is number 5. Wagon's right behind. He smashes the wall. Wagon smashes the wall. This duo is just absolutely incredible. The drama, the spectacle, Latifi and Latifi, incredible. We're on board with Atonji just after the pit stop. Wagon right behind. Atonji, you know, he's got a little bit of lawn mowing to do. He does the first sector while Wagon does the last sector. Good teamwork from these 2 guys that are on different teams. It's got me thinking, as Atonji gets a bit of a better run out of there, what should this duo's name be? Latifi and Latifi, Looney Tunes. Oh, Wagon has a crash and Atonji follows him. He just reacts to Wagon. Actually, I forgot about this. I was just like having a little segment trying to ask the viewers for what should their duo name be, and the crashes happened right in front of my eyes as they both get back underway. But drop it in the comments. What should this duo's name be? The Destructive Duo? Let me know. Now they say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, hoping for a different result. You'll never guess what happened. I did get the car slowed down this time, and it's just a trip through the gravel. Ah, never mind. I've spun. Will I spin again? No, I stay in second gear so I don't spin. I'm learning. Maybe I'm not insane, just a little bit. Oh, there's Wagon. Hello. I've pressed fast forward and something else has happened, so we're hopping back on board with this. Wagon goes a bit wide. Atonji, I don't even know what I was doing there, if I'm completely honest. I just went straight on somehow. We move. Oh, think I'm letting a car go by. That's nice of me. At least I'm not ruining other people's races. Am I? What am I doing? Oh, yep. Letting magic go there. I waited a very long time for that. We're back underway. They say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, hoping for a different result. So, needless to say, yep, back in the gravel. Back in the gravel. And we're back underway. Looks like my teammate's right behind. I just drive into the water, let him go through. He probably got scared. Let's watch that on his onboard. Alright, with Skull Pain, Atonji. Oh, yep, Skull Pain gets scared. Atonji just drives off. We can see Wagon there. Something must have happened with him. What is going on? We're on lap 22. Wagon looks like he was doing a little bit of lawn mowing. Does a little bit there, and Atonji thinks, oh, you missed a spot on the left here. Let me get that for you. What a dynamic duo. Atonji's thinking that this wall probably needs another hit. Just a little scrape, somehow survives it. Oh, come on. Now they say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over again, hoping for a different result. Do I hit the barrier? I do. Oh, there goes a wing. You can see the tyre tracks from me already doing that multiple times now. I might put a counter on this video. And I spin. Oh, I hold it. I'm back on the grass. Yeah, I'm putting a counter of how many times I go off there. Oh, we see Wagon in front. Oh, we both have our demons in different spots. This is incredible. We're on the same lap now. Wagon's just in front of us. We got a bit too much speed. Turning in. Oh, just too much speed there. Spins it. I just stayed on the revs. There goes the rear wing. There goes one of the Williams. Oh, that was my front wing. That's my rear wing there. 0-0 wing concept again. Definitely going to need a pit stop now. Back into the pits. I think this is number 6 or 7? 6, 7. Doesn't make the corner. I get another penalty there. I don't know why I was the only one getting penalties. It felt mean. But Wagon in the pits as well. Tonji in the pits. Kevinator's there. What a great race. We're just going to watch this here. Atonji gets scared from Kevinator. Wagon goes off and Atonji goes through. That reminds me of the Hamilton overtake. Definitely as good as that. Definitely, yeah. This is where this is where the incident happens, but you also want to see this. This is the shakes I'm talking about on every straight. That's how bad my wheel was shaking. Can we see the incident from behind? We can a little. Let's go to the track. Now they say that there was a binding curse on this race that meant that if Wagon was involved in an incident, then Atonji needed to as well, and he spins around in solidarity of his teammate for this race. Wagon spinning. Just waiting for that Williams to go past. Stays in second gear. He's learnt from his mistakes and gets back underway. With his race basically in the dumps in last place, with Wagon upside down, Atonji thinks, nah, I'll fix you, don't worry. Easing off the accelerator just a little, going down some gears, braking a little, smashes into Wagon. And can you see it in the mirror? Look at that. That's what I was seeing. Wagon just flying. And that ultimately saw the end of Wagon's night, with the glitch of him being underneath the ground. So sadly, Atonji loses his dynamic duo Wagon. But will the chaos continue? Oh, you bet it will. Coming into the pits. Lucky number 7 or 8. I've lost count. You know we're cutting that corner and we're hitting it. I think we have magic in front of us. Like directly in front of us, wow. Fresh out of the pits. We're missing wagon. No more of our crashing, buddy. So we decide we have to start crashing even more. There goes more rear wings. Trying to get the car turned. Does anything else happen here? I feel like something does. No? Oh, how boring of me. Just a simple crash this time. There we go. There it is. Another crash. Still, my foot was still on the revs. Look at my rear wing. I deserve a race ban for this. This is horrible. The clip didn't end there. There's cars coming up. I decide, no, I've had enough of being a nuisance. I just go off the track to let them through. That's incredible. I think there's another car coming. So I just wait. On their way they go. I'm really missing wagon at this point, and I can't concentrate on driving and trying my best, but this car is bad, and I pick up his lawn mowing service for him. Hit the barrier a little bit for fun, trying to collect the car, and I just hit the other barrier. Let's just keep rolling. How well do I take this pit exit? I mean this pit entry. Going slow. Can I make it? No, I just give up. And into the wall. We're in the pits for the 8th or 9th time now. How good. We've found our new favourite place to crash. Just coming along here, a little bit too much speed, hitting that. Maybe a little bit too high on the revs and spin ourselves around again. In first gear this time, do we just keep spinning? We hold it pretty good and we're on our way. How about that? Same lap, 2 corners later. Touch the curb. Just don't slow down the car. I don't know what I was doing there, but straight into the barrier. Incredible. Now, I can't describe to you how bad these shakes were, but it's especially on the end of the straights. Look at that. I'm like holding it for dear life, and it's spinning on me so crazy. And well, yeah, there's another crash, and into the gravel I go again. Now guys, I've got a driving school. I'm a steward. I do all of these things. I'm, multi-talented. I'm also a lawnmower. So if you need your lawn mowed, just buy me an F1 car and I'll do it for you. No, don't even have to pay me. Just, get me the F1 car. That's my deal for you. I think I'm about to go into the pits again. Guys, you'll never guess where I'm going. Back to the pits. There's the grass. There's that barrier. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. Is it? Oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind filming this. This is crazy. We're on the last lap now. It's finally over, and it's not. I just don't stop the car, and I try to turn the car, and it's just not turning, and I spin the car, and then Viper's coming, and I'm like, oh man. Getting back underway. Nearly spinning the car again. What a race. We're coming near the finish line. I just want to say that this was all made in good humour. I genuinely don't know what was wrong with me last night. I just could not drive the car. I felt good in practice. I was doing 117s. I felt great. My quali was decent. I had a 116. I felt good in the race. I mean, in the practice and the race. Look at those cars flying. I don't know what was wrong with me in the race. I've never experienced anything like this, but I hope you enjoyed my suffering and have a good night.